I think it opened with your Hey guys, it's Thursday. That means Mutants and Masterminds. We are on episode 17.
Hmm?
The pen. Pineapple, pen.
And pineapple pen.
They are getting very close to the end. If they ended this week, I would be slightly surprised, but it's there's not much left.
Well, then let's rename it The End.
Are you trying? Are you done? Are you just done?
Yes.
Okay. So we do this thing at the beginning of every Mutants and Masterminds where our resident teeny bopper, I'll go with that, gives us a little what's what have happened on the previous session. So, and we like to call it the Kelly Recapowski.
Night 13, session 16.
Kelly's been smoking.
Kelly's player character has been talking for 8 hours straight for the past 4 days. Can't read my own writing. Jonas Pandalol? Jonas Pandalol is in charge of the pen. He doesn't answer when Shade calls, which is frightening. However, Wakako can talk to the Crux. It calls her mom. Her room is full of kids' stuff. The Protector went to talk, but he didn't listen. And the Crux talks to Wakako through the screen. Synapse thinks the Crux might think it's her kid, or is her kid. Wakako also said the druid is under perfect lock and key, which made the Protector think of the pen. This is all things that that Synapse was telling us from when he read Protector's mind. I did not preface that in my notes. He said that the Crux didn't like Synapse specifically because of his powers of mental dampening and long-term suggestion. So the Crux was sleeping, and the Synapse was essentially keeping the Crux asleep. He thinks that his whole entire job was to keep the Crux asleep. But what woke her up? Question mark. We go in, and we get the demon. He wants his sword back. He agrees to go to the Petrovs if he can have his sword. We go to the lab to get his sword. We make a deal with the demon that he can challenge the Petrovs and then he needs to leave. He agrees, and we take him to Anya. A lot of stuff happened, and we ended up at the reactor talking to Wakako. She tells us the druid is at the bottom of the pen, and the Crux wants to wake him up, because the Crux wants to meet their dad. Wakako suggests flooding the reactor. That would shut her down, and it would also shut the Crux down at the same time. The button is in the room that we are in, or we could also go down through the pen and get to the druid. Plan unknown for that. That is what I wrote down last week.
Nice.
On Mutants and Masterminds.
Anybody have anything they'd like to add?
Oh.
Not to the recap.
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey,
Corbin, thanks for paying to be here.
Hey!
Aw, Corbin pays for us to be his friends.
Certainly do.
Well, it's because no one would be your friend if you weren't paying them.
Oh,
Does it-
shit.
Does it still count if I'm just using my Amazon Prime account to subscribe?
Jesus Christ. Fucking...
I love you, Corbin. I'm kidding. You are a special person in my heart.
I also love you,
Roll
Corbin.
for shattered emotions.
Roll for pain. Emotional pain.
No, sorry, buddy. We're playing Mutants and Masterminds. I need you to roll for will save on that.
He just took 3 hits and he's
Okay.
currently staggered.
So, yeah, my emotion plus my bonus plus my initiative plus 19 divided by 3 plus 84 divided by pi. I think that's how I get damage in this game.
That's how damage happens in this game.
Damn it, Corbin. Pi sounds good.
Nice. Okay. So we.
Okay, so at the end of the last one, we did not make a decision between
No.
going down and flooding the reactor, or going down to the pen and trying to handle the druid.
You're
Now,
still just kind of there. Yeah.
right. We're still in the reactor area. So, very quickly, pros and cons. We're not going to spend a lot of time dwelling on this, on what we should do.
Kelly
Make a decision.
Kelly has an idea.
Kelly is raising her hand. Kelly, I've told you many times, you do not have to raise your hand. Just speak your mind.
I'm sorry. In the split second between when we were just talking, like right now,
She went
I
to her
had
mind
another
palace.
idea.
She went to
This
her
was
mind
not an
palace.
idea that I have been stewing on for the past week because I had a dream about it after we finished.
Well, I
legitimately-
had a dream too, Dr. King.
I legitimately had a dream about this last Thursday night because these games infiltrate my subconscious, but in my dream we solved the problem. So here's the thing, you're probably not gonna like it very much, Shade. I'm gonna toss that out. But if you all remember, we have probably only come into contact, at least Chase, Chep, and I, with 2, maybe 3 of the pen's inmates. So they likely don't really fully remember what we look like, and none of them have seen your face, Shade, outside of what you're wearing right now. So we could, as an option, change out of our super suits into pen gear as though we were inmates and walk about the pen as though we were already there, attempting to avoid the ones that we know and the ones that we've seen. The reason I say you're not going to like it is because you're probably going to have to take off your mask.
Well, and even though I have expertise in disguise, which would come in handy at this point, because Crossout does know what I look like outside of my costume.
So we add the 4th that we try and avoid. But that's 4 out of however many, and if we
But
went in there...
like I said, I also have expertise in disguise. So,
True.
so
You can make your face not look like your face.
I'm going to go ahead and shut this down now based on just it's Patrick. We're not doing blackface.
Oh,
no,
no.
I'm not going to explain why I felt that way. I'm just putting it out now.
no. You guys have yet to meet my character, Rico Burrito.
Jesus fucking Christ! I have a quick question. Is
You broke
white
Mike.
still on the table?
Is what?
White face.
Blank face.
White face.
A white face.
You're white, Chet.
Baby, do you know what
Yes,
you are?
but I feel like if I exaggerate the features of the white man, it would be a good disguise.
White man.
Who
So
are
you got to narrow things up so you have no nostrils, right?
It's gonna look like Voldemort walking out there.
Because white
I'll
people
teach-
don't have nostrils.
I'll teach you all how to contour. You must eliminate the nose. Eliminate the nose.
Must look like a pterodactyl.
But essentially what I'm saying to you, Kelly, is I do not dislike your idea.
Cool.
It's just gonna take a little bit of time for me.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to have to find some pen uniforms. Prisoner garb or whatever. And then we're going to have to make up your face so Crossout doesn't recognize you. But again, Crossout is one of those on the list who has literally seen all of us. So, unless your expertise in disguise... Hugo! Chill the fuck out. What is wrong with you? Sorry.
What color are the pen uniforms?
They actually, they're different based on what pod you're positioned in, and they give you different colors if they move you around, or they'll change colors randomly and give you different clothes. The idea is if one person managed to get to another one, they would know they're out of place and not just think they're a prisoner that happens to be there. So you're going to see a bunch of different stuff.
So it would also probably, I mean, now there are pros and cons of do we get pen, clothes all in the same color or in different colors so we blend more since they're all probably mixed around instead of 4 people in the same color walking in the same place.
Shade, you would know getting a hold of pen colors isn't that big of a deal. Wouldn't be that big of a deal. While most of it would be in the pen, there would probably be some accessible outside of it.
Want me to put back on a prison jumper?
Oh, is that going to be traumatic for you? You're not actually going to prison. You're doing it for the greater good.
Well, like, I understand that. It's, they say like the best asset closer can have is short-term memory, but I say like I'll do it. I got some stuff to work out.
Yeah. Is everybody else cool with this idea? Do you think it's a good idea?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go get some clothes.
Not everyone all at once. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we need to find out where we keep the inmates' clothes.
Most of the supplies of the pen are kept within the pen. I'd like you to actually roll expertise real quick, Shade, because the pen works a little differently in those places.
+8. 23.
23. The pen.
What is the problem?
The pen is almost entirely self-contained.
Right.
So far as you actually don't bring food and clothes into the pen all that much. If things need repairs, sometimes they're removed or alterations. But as part of the rehabilitation, that's what they claim anyway, they have the people contained there within that are on, the nice list. Farm and repair shit. And it's its own self-contained universe, basically. To the point where you were always told, now this could change your perspective, that the pen is powered on a separate grid.
Okay.
Of course, you didn't know that there was a lady powering the whole place until
Right.
literally 30 seconds or a minute ago or whatever. But
So how does that information help me figure out which clothes to get or where they're
that
stored?
things are that only ever removed from the pen when they are in need of repairs.
So we need to find out where they have all the old shit that needs repaired.
And you know who alters clothes.
That would be the costume dude. I can't remember his name.
Mr. Hill.
All right, so we go find Hank Hill.
God damn it, Shade. The pen runs on propane.
It's propane accessories.
My favorite episode of King of the Hill is when he finds out that his family finds out that coal barbecue tastes better than propane barbecue. They just don't have the heart to ever tell him.
And they've known it for a while too.
Yeah. That show is often too dry for me, but that was a particularly good one.
It has one of my favorite jokes of all time, though.
What's that?
Hank Hill is trying to get a doorknob loose, and he pulls out a can of WD-40. And he goes to spray it, but the cap won't come off of that one, so he pulls out a smaller can of WD-40, sprays the first can, gets the cap off, then sprays the door.
That's pretty good. I feel like that show hit a lot harder if you lived in the Midwest. Like like I don't feel like people in Los Angeles quite understood all the nuance.
Yep. These are medium rare. Well, what if someone wants theirs well done? You ask them politely but firmly to leave.
Okay, so we are heading down to speak with Mr. Hill.
Yep. Up.
Because we're down.
And actually, it's been evacuated. The building's been evacuated.
So he is probably no longer there. So we get free reign of his costume shop.
Yeah, and with your clearance, you could get in.
Ooh.
Right. And you know what happens when theater people get free reign of a costume shop?
Montage! Everybody spirit fingers. I feel like this is a spirit fingers moment. I didn't get spirit fingers out of that guy. All right.
I want to be able to find something that I can wear that I can still have some of my gear with me.
Like an evening piece. I don't know.
Yes.
I think that's important, guys, that we find something that allows us to carry something with us down there.
I agree. I agree.
Okay. I grab a jock strap and start filling it full of baseballs.
Hey, what's your power?
Are you big dick boy? Like, what are you right now?
That's not gonna. If it's full of baseballs, that's not gonna look like a dick. It's gonna
I'm
look like
Captain
a fucking disease.
Elephantitis.
Feel
I
my
don't
nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I hate this.
It's stupid.
It's really stupid. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be having a serious moment.
All right, so we're rummaging with finding the appropriate attire to blend in down in the pen and still allow us to carry some of our gear.
Go ahead and roll for it.
Should we define what we're taking with us?
You should. And how you're hiding it.
For me, it's my power knucks. Should be easy enough to stash in my clothes somewhere.
For me, it would be my yo-yo is about the only like legitimate equipment because my sock and boppers and my moon boots were things that I was wearing that just melded into me. So yeah, I feel like it would be relatively easy for me to hide my yo-yo.
Okay.
Or that might be an activity that they would allow a inmate to have.
Choking
maybe
hazard.
And
It is a
because of
choking
the
hazard.
string,
I will also go for like oversized clothing to really play up how small I am.
Right.
Do you think these dudes and dudettes are gonna like question why? Like, I know you're not like really 13, but like, why a 13-year-old is locked up?
I'm a badass. And
The
I'm
response is,
really
Yeah,
"No,
I've always felt like the pen is it doesn't matter
Yeah,
age or gender or species.
they don't care. If you got to go away, it's one of the few spots on the planet that you just go away.
I will
What
I'll
could
whip
a
out
13
all
year
my
do?
bad words. I'll whip out all my bad words and I'll tell him that I went Lizzie Borden on my parents' asses.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What did a 13-year-old do to get in here?
Murdered my parents with an axe.
More.
Gave water to people voting in Florida.
Yeah. Went Michigan water.
Refused to get vaccinated and then murdered my parents with an axe while coughing on them.
Whoa.
It's pretty fucked up shit right there. It's topical too.
You know what I'm excited about? Something that's going to happen here in a little bit. I'm excited about Chet pretending he's a badass.
Go.
And that raccoon family has never recovered.
I mean, you don't know what it's like to live in fear until an entire family tree of a raccoon hunts you and has a vendetta against you.
You know, I don't know what that's like. That is fair.
Every dumpster is a potential death scene.
I love Chip. He's so dumb.
He's so dumb. I'm taking notes because Kelly is not.
I have a sentence.
All right, you're able to find a small stash of clothes. I'll say, pen uniforms. They'll be of assorted colors, so it's not going to be just you're all from the same area, unfortunately.
I think that's better.
Did you say they're all different colors or they're all the same color?
Different.
Okay.
So then while we're down there, I go ahead and also take some time to work on my disguise.
Okay, do it.
Is that something you want me to roll for?
Yes. I do.
Okay. 27.
Well, that's pretty good. What do you look like, bud?
I fucking hate you.
When did you make that? when did you make that?
Oh, God.
You know he did it just now.
Son of a bitch.
The only thing that could have been better is if somehow you turn the gun into a banana.
Fuck.
But I understand there were time constraints.
God damn it. Fucking hate you. God damn it. Well played, I guess.
I do have to do like some facial hair and stuff like that,
There's a mustache there.
just to cover up my face as much as possible.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hi, Hugo.
He's very, very needy. Mommy has not been home much this week, so someone wants all the attention.
I don't think that's gonna work, unfortunately.
So, any of you guys ever like play baseball with just like not like anything like serious, but like with your friends, like in a backyard or a park somewhere, and like you don't quite have enough people to like fill out whole teams in terms
Yeah.
of like it in you have to like have like a ghost man as a runner, right? Usually put him in as the least at the lead runner.
Saying that you played baseball with ghosts?
Not exactly. So
I played when I was younger, but they always put me in right field.
Playing with ghosts seems like a slippery slope, my friend.
Is this gonna work?
I mean,
Sure doesn't. Damn.
yeah, that's not the worst thing in the world, but anyway, what I'm trying to say here is like I don't know if we'll all make it through this. And so before we go, I just kind of want you guys to know like where I'm at in full transparency, and just like this is tough for me. So what I'm trying to say here is ever since what happened, when you're out there pitching, there's, more pressure on you. When you have people on the bases, and just because the slightest mess up, everything could come toppling down. All the progress you made, all the lead that you had can just go away in a second if you just let one float out over the middle of the zone. And I think even like under the best of circumstances, I just always feel like I've got a ghost man on third. With what happened, Marco wasn't just, my teammate. He was my friend. He was my best friend, really my only friend other than my sister. I really loved him. And when I found out him and my sister were engaged, like, I wasn't mad at him, for like dating my sister and not telling me about it. Something my dad told me when he was having, a moment of clarity back when, was that, if you feel upset at the idea of your best friend dating like your sister or someone close to you, then you should probably reassess whether or not that guy should be your friend. And I never just had a problem with that. The truth of it was I was more jealous of my sister Sam because of how I felt about Marco, and it hurt me. And I went out drinking and I lost my balance out there on the mound, but it happened because the way I was throwing the ball that night, I wanted him to feel that sting in his glove like I felt it in my heart. And I let my emotions get the better of me, and I need to clear the air here because I can't let my emotions get the better of me now. And I'm feeling just like really, this is just all kind of flooding back to me, trying to put this jumper back on.
Well, sometimes that those emotions that we have, we never truly get rid of them. Sometimes we got to find a way to channel that into doing the right thing. You're absolutely right. You gotta be able to control those things. I appreciate that you felt that you trusted us enough to be able to tell us that. That means a lot to me, actually, Chase. And I'm sorry to hear what happened to your friend. What was his name again?
Marco.
Yes.
Marco Soriano.
I sympathize with you. But let me tell you, coming out of where you came from, you've been making some good choices. And I think you're going to continue to make good choices.
Yeah. Thanks, Skip. That means a lot.
Oh, I guess I forgot to say take a knee before we had that little chat.
Are you knighting him?
No,
It's
no.
a base.
Before
It's a
we
base.
had a talk with each other, we take a knee.
Why?
That's
He was making a baseball joke.
it's a baseball reference.
Oh. Yeah, I understand the sports balls.
Okay. So,
Are you up for this, Slugger? Are you up for this, Slugger?
Yeah, all I can do is there's no fixing anything I did. All I can do going forward is try and do the right thing. I try and keep that mentality every day. It's just hard right now.
Yep. Well, shake it off for now. We got a big adventure in front of us. So, all right, is everybody ready to head down? I'm not sure how we're just going to waltz into this place. I don't know if anybody's in charge down there that we could let them know ahead of time that we're coming down.
You would have been made aware earlier in the day, but also last week, that Shatter and Darkwing were putting together a couple teams to try to breach the place.
Okay. I just messaged Shatter and let her know what we're doing. When I look over at Shep, is his outfit have no sleeves because he wants to show off his arms?
That's an excellent question.
Gotta let him see the gun show.
Chep, I'd like you to roll strength to tear your own sleeves off, please.
Okay. I don't.
Man, the stitching in this is so good.
Unless that was a very low strength check, I do not pull them off in fact.
What'd you roll, bud?
I rolled a 7.
Nope.
You all right there, bud?
I'm. You know what? They're gonna stay on. They're gonna stay on for right now.
He rolls for friction burns from the fabric sliding through his fingers.
Don't feel bad, Budda. Don't feel bad, Budda. I can't talk. Don't feel bad, buddy.
A fucking stroke just happened.
Mr. Hill's whip stitch is legendary. And he probably used that indestructible thread that he uses in all of the super suits.
What do you mean? This one's tearing just fine. Oh.
You got a defective one. Oh my gosh, Chase, you should really put that back and get one of the indestructible ones like Chep has.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I am serious about I'm gonna put the uniform on over my resistant uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Put the jumper on over it, and I am going to put on a jock strap outside of the interior of my uniform and to put 2 baseballs in there, and then I'm just going to carry one around that I appear to be tossing, like it was the one thing I was allowed to have in my cell.
Okay.
But just so that I have 3 balls, 1 on hand, 2.
Shep, would you like to put anything in your groin before you take off?
Oh no, God gave me everything I need down there.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
He must live. If the rest of us die, who cares? Shep must live on.
Shep must be protected at all costs.
Shep will be running the vanguard.
Not a Domino's was safe.
Oh, Lord. Lord.
All right.
Okay, we are prepped. We are heading down to the pen.
Okay. You find your... okay. Heading back downstairs. I figured out how to edit live, by the way. I've been doing that. Sorry if I haven't.
Oh. Neat.
Yeah, I know. You find yourself back downstairs. You are not at the pen entrance.
So how are we gonna slip in there like we've always been there?
Stealthily?
Well, that's why I was wondering if, within messaging Shatter, we can be escorted in as if we were in a different part of the pen.
All right. Let's go ahead and call Shatter. Shade, how's it going?
Hey, long story short, we just had a conversation with the reactor, and
You talk to Okako?
yeah, we're gonna head down to the pen. We think Droid's down there.
I'm already there. Couple teams.
Well, when we get there, you may not recognize some of us, so we need you to help us get in.
All right.
We're in prison guard. Where do you want us to meet you?
Oh, that is a bad idea. Okay.
Oh, you want to? We're on comms. Kelly, are you gonna take that shade being thrown at you?
Please explain to me, Shadow, why that is a bad idea.
Well, potentially they could find us all out and kill us.
True, but we all have our stuff with us of what makes us super.
Okay.
And we're not going down to pick a fight.
Oh my god, wasn't trying to start anything with any of you. Holy shit, I was voicing an opinion in a moment.
You said it because you care about us.
Things have gone sideways here. We're no longer going in.
You love us, don't you?
I tolerate your existence, and I think
Okay,
that's good enough.
that's all I wanted to hear.
I love Kelly. The rest of you...
Aw,
I'm contractually
Shadow.
obligated to love you. I signed a thing from your mom.
Shadow, I really appreciate that, considering the amount of times that I accused you of being bad.
You
And
did
in
what?
on all of it.
I'm gonna skip past that.
Oh yeah, we really thought that you were a traitor for a little bit.
Oh, good. Yeah. Pick the
I'm
blast.
I love you
sensing,
too,
a
Shadow.
tense moment,
Okay, hey.
getting like a lot more tense.
It's getting worse than it was started. I thought I was happy to hear from you. You need to get here quick, but we're not going in anymore. We don't think it's possible to take. We're going to quarantine the pen for 72 hours.
With
Oh,
us
shit.
in it, right?
We'll talk about that when you get here. We're currently north of the reactor, basement 3.
All right, so we that's where we're heading then.
Okay.
Basement 3.
Pretty. Luckily, the signs have changed today, so you're able to find your way.
on my way. I can go the distance. I don't care how far.
This is way less comfortable than even I anticipated.
The jockstrap full of baseballs? That's uncomfortable?
Yeah, a little bit.
I can't imagine. You find, you know you're getting close because you start to see people. UN and Vanguard security personnel. A mini frontline camp has been set up outside of the main entry gate. If you remember, there's a large open area directly outside of it. Basically, in there, it's been a base of operations has been set up. Arnie and Darkwing are also there.
What's up, Dee Dee?
Not much, little Kapowski. How are you?
I'm good.
What's the giggle?
I don't know, I just love his voice. It cracks me up when I
actually think I'm
hear
pretty
it.
close to that voice.
You're pretty good. It's up there.
Got a heck of a situation here, kids. But I'll wait for this all to be together. Arnie's working on possible outcomes. You walk up, they're at a table. Everybody greets you. Shatter calls to your attention. All right. First people on scene was Team 3 over there. This is Alex Lenhurst. He's the team captain here. You see a JSOC guy, UN symbol. Looks weathered, but, you know, nothing in particularly interesting about him. You want to tell him what you witnessed, heard? When we got here, the pen door was open, and everyone inside the front entry gate was completely evacuated. There were no people here. We move in, try to secure the front room. We start to hear loud explosions and feel vibrations. At that point, we move back to the door to try and assess the situation further through the security feeds. Chatter breaks in. What they witnessed was they're taking out the arm control modules. I don't know. And it's not all of them. They've fractured into groups. But there is a large group that is basically rendering the pen not the pen. All of the pods themselves are positioned on arms, right? Move around. Require incredible hydraulics. They're going around destroying all the hydraulics, so they're stuck in place. We think because they're mapping the place.
They're mapping the pen?
Yeah. Part of the pen is you don't know how to get out. Once you get out of your pod, doesn't matter. Pod might be in a different place. That's the point of the arms. But if they don't move, they know where to go. Nobody's ventured this way yet. Can't imagine why. But I don't feel confident in sending anybody in. Early assessment on evacuees is that we didn't really get any pen staff out on the evacuation. So either they're all holed up in there somewhere, or they're being taken hostage. Security cameras are being destroyed systematically.
None of the guards reported any, like if they had evacuated, none of the guards have reported from outside.
A few scattered ones. There's apparently a group holed up with Dr. Phillips, she's the resident botanist that keeps the farms running. She is also a prisoner, but she seems to be, at least for now, it could be a ploy at hostages, but for now, keeping some amount of staff safe.
Shadow, don't you think that if there's a possibility of these people being held hostage, that we have to go in then?
That's not protocol.
I know it's not protocol, but it's the right thing to do.
The right thing to do is send in a negotiator. And we don't have one properly right now. None of us can go in and be a negotiator and have anywhere near an unbiased response from the people therein.
Maybe the situation calls for an unbiased response.
I know.
I meant a biased response.
So I'm going to guess, based on your outfits, you have a plan to go in there. Sweet
Yeah.
nose, by the way.
Texas size 10-4 there.
All right, I'll work on that. I'll put up a distraction front. Send in messaging. Try to get a hold of something resembling a leader. They're not going to have anybody, one person in charge. But we'll try to put up a front of negotiation while holding this front area. I don't know how we slip you in, though.
Can we get mixed in with the pods?
It's possible. There's a few still working. They haven't shut them all down yet. If we can move one to the front real quick, put you in it. Of course, there's anybody in that pod at a time. And they've taken out the cameras. Might have a fight on their hands right away.
Well, there might be a chance we have to take.
Sounds like the only plan we have. Alright. Arnie, find a pod, any pod, that works, and hopefully has a camera. On it. Only 5 working left. He goes over to he's at a security terminal. Think I got one. Most of the cameras work. Couple got destroyed on the way out. This place looks ransacked though. I'm moving now. You know this is a big gamble.
Well,
Right.
it's huge. We only had a couple choices. We think this is probably the best way to go. The reactor said we could end this all right now by flooding the reactor, but that destroys the reactor, that destroys the crux.
And that's a hard no.
It's never a hard no, but it's probably not the choice that I want to make.
Protocol dictates we quarantine the pen and lock it off. It doesn't really do anything. This protocol was decided upon by a group in conjunction with Protector's consultancy, whatever. They can live in there forever, technically, if they get along. But Something tells me they're not. Alright, I got one. Doors open. There's probably 24 JSOC guys fully armed and pointing weapons at the door.
Hey, Skip, this might be a dumb question, but are we supposed to know what pods these colors are associated with?
Who are you talking to?
Me. I would assume that once we're on the other side, that these inmates are not in their pods anymore. I assume that they're going to be all mixed together.
Right, but like if we have to lie about where we came from.
Say the truth, I don't know. Do they wear different colors for which areas they were in, or is it just one?
No, we discussed it earlier. Yeah, it's different colors based on. They change them kind of randomly, but they keep your pod the same. And they'll just randomly give you new clothes. You're now orange. Now you're blue. And the idea is that there's no like consistency to it, but the people running it know where you belong.
So it won't really matter then.
Okay.
Say it was the color of the week for us.
Or that we're that we were just transferred in.
Right.
All right.
You guys ready?
I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Jace?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
All right, let's head in. Gentlemen?
Godspeed.
Shatter, we'll try to keep you updated if we can.
Yeah. Dr. Phillips in the farms. Only ally we know we have. Okay?
All right.
All right, thanks, Shatter. Thanks, Double D.
Thank you, Shatter. I'm glad you're not a traitor.
Kelly, you get the fuck out of there if you have to.
You remember what I did with my train car.
I'll be in as soon as I can, okay?
I do the same thing that I did with my train car if I get into trouble.
Shadow,
Yeah.
if stuff sucks, will you tell my mama I love her?
Fuck you, kid, yeah.
Let's do this!
Alright. You go inside the pod, and the doors sort of close around you. You're now inside.
Shatter's on the other side, and she says, "The Vanguard is mine."
No.
We've been played. I got teary for nothing.
All right. There's a full few pregnant seconds of nothing. And then you very much feel the pod move. It is jerky and vibrates at an unsafe feeling. Everything about this feels like a amusement park ride that you should be strapped in for.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, where's the seats? Where's the seats?
The small world after all.
The song's not helping.
Hey, I'm getting into character. It's a small world.
There's the sound of a large explosion somewhere below you.
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really confused by you saying that you were getting into character. I was gonna be like, I thought, oh my gosh, all the hair is gone.
Is it?
That's right. You didn't see that yesterday.
I cut his hair.
Hey, Wigan.
Hey, Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Hi.
Buddy.
And say hi. Hey,
Hi.
Hi.
and say hi.
Say hi.
Yeah, yo.
How you doing there, little dude?
You had your first day back to preschool today.
That's why you're so talkative.
You saw Miss Sarah and Miss Kylie, yes?
Oh, Miss Cowboy Weirdo.
You're gonna see Miss Kylie later? Okay.
Miss Kylie letter, I think.
Oh yeah, Miss Kylie's letter. You got a letter from her, didn't you?
How about you?
You got a bunch of new people in class. You had a good day.
Yay.
Yay, good day.
Good day.
No yelling.
Not that word. Not that word.
Use your words, Bubba. No, use your words, Bubba. Alright. You ready to say bye-bye? Oh my goodness. Squirmy. You ready to say bye-bye? Say bye-bye.
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 Say bye-bye.
Squirmy, wormy, what are you doing? Ow. Ow. Why?
Lincoln, come here. Let's go.
Okay, jump down.
Good day, kisses.
Give me kisses.
Good day, kisses.
Good night. Be good for mommy.
Alright.
Go get some sleep. I love you. Okay. Alright, we're back.
It's a small world after all.
You start to feel the room tilt a bit. I need all of you to roll acrobatics as the pod you're in is starting to fall.
Oh crap baskets.
Oh, damn. I haven't rolled this.
26.
Natural 20 for a 32.
That is a so my first test roll was a critical fail, and this was as well.
Test roll. Fucking cheater.
No, I always do a first roll to establish the color of the D20.
Established
Oh,
dominance.
right. I'm leaving it in. I rolled a natural 20. I'm leaving it.
All right.
I had a natural 20 as well, so I'm leaving mine.
Shep,
Yep.
what'd you roll for acrobatics?
26.
26. Okay. Three of you do okay. Chase, however, the natural one is going to be detrimental, buddy. So, the side of this pod kind of smashes open because this whole room is now at a 45-degree-ish angle. Chase starts rolling out of the room.
Oh, no.
Shit, I always hated tilt-a-whirls.
I'm going to do an acrobatics check to see if I can grab him real quick.
Okay.
16.
16. I'm gonna say not quite. You almost get there. Chase, you fall. but you only fall about 10 feet onto some metal sheet floored.
Ah, sheet.
So, what is your toughness threshold, sir?
My toughness is 16.
That was a lot of laughing for that joke. I don't know if that
I'm
deserves
so done.
that.
Everything is funny.
16.
16.
So roll a d20 plus your toughness.
Depending on how hard I hit it, it could be a holy sheet.
I'm not laughing for that one.
Okay, good. 35 for the toughness there.
I'm
All right.
not
You take no damage, but you do fall. Well, no serious damage, but you probably get the wind knocked out of you or something.
Mm-hmm.
As you fall, land back first onto this steel flooring. The rest of you who are able to catch yourselves see him laying in on a walkway below the room.
Can
You
we
okay?
leave this part out of the comic?
Are we still moving and we're seeing him like?
No, you have
left behind?
stopped. The room has stopped moving.
All right. Well, he's fallen out. So if the room stopped moving, what other exits do we have other than where he fell down to?
What other pieces of the room fell out with him?
No, what other exits do we have other than where he fell
The
out?
front entry. This is actually what he fell out was an open, actual cell. So the side got smashed in somehow, and he's fallen out the side. The
Right.
front entrance is still closed, and actually slightly like halfway up the angle of the room. But it is still closed.
Because I'm debating whether to try and pull him back up or to join him down there. You said he's about 10 feet down?
Yeah. It wouldn't be a big deal for any of you given superpowers to just jump down, but his fall was a bit unceremonious.
Anything down there, Chase?
I start getting up, look around. What do I see?
You see you're on a long catwalk between what looks like two buildings held up by arms. This whole place is on stilts, basically. Looking down, you do not see a ground. Roll perception, Chase.
On a catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah.
Now, this catwalk, by the way, is like 20 feet wide. It's and rather structurally sturdy. You know what I mean? What actually broke the side of this was a beaming attached to the catwalk itself.
All right, that's a 25 on my perception roll.
25. Somewhere off in the distance, and it doesn't sound close, but close enough you can understand, you hear shouting, and you manage to make out, "I think it fell over there!"
Well, I believe the technical term is it's dark as crap down here, but there is a walkway, and I hear people shouting. I think they're coming our way.
I should be noted, it isn't super dark. The walkway is lit, but it is between two large buildings that there are no windows. You cannot see in.
Sorry, I don't see much, but I hear people talking about us, or at least about the noise.
Cool. We should move.
Yes, we definitely should.
Yeah. Let's move.
Let's go.
Where? Chase, you would be able to tell that, we'll say to the right of the is where the voices came from.
Voices came from that away if we want to avoid them.
Then let's go the other way.
Right. And remember, our main thing right now is to try to get to Dr. Crap. I didn't write down the name. Dr.
Phillips.
Phillips. Thank you.
Dr. Phillips.
Go ahead and roll expertise, Vanguard, Shade, and Kelly. You can roll expertise, comics.
Ooh.
Since you said
17.
you've openly said you've been trying to catch up.
9. I haven't gotten to this chapter yet.
She's younger. Shade, you remember Phillips, talented botanist, plant powers, something.
Not sure how that's going to help in trying to find her, but yeah, we definitely want to move in the other direction. So let's go that way.
Follow.
All right.
Follow me.
Need to get my map out. Yes. There's a map.
There's a map. There's a map. There's a map. There's a map. There's a map.
There's a fucking map! You head to the left.
Back.
All of the this door at one point was locked, but the locking mechanisms have been completely destroyed, basically. So you are able to force your way in. Inside, you find yourself in what can only be described as a common area. It's open space in the middle, some tables, and then there's a half-court basketball court as well. Some like picnic table style stuff. There's nobody in there now.
You said there's nobody in it now?
Not currently.
Okay. Would it be safe to head in there?
All right.
All right. You're inside that room. I assuming you shut the door behind you?
Better safe than sorry.
We weren't raised in a barn. Or is that how that's born in a barn? There it is.
You weren't raised in a barn either, probably.
Once we get there, what do we see?
Just that's what you see in the room. There are no exterior windows. You can only see in the room once you're in the room.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
That's
I didn't
actually
know.
characteristic you would
room?
know about this place, Shade. All of these rooms are going to be a surprise to you until you're in the fucking room.
Right, because that's what I was asking. What's in the room? I didn't know if there was another exit. Because I assumed that these
there are 4 other exits. One directly to your right, 2 on the far right side of the room, and 1 directly in front of you, all the way across the room. This room is probably the size of a high school gymnasium.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Okay.
I need to go pee.
Go pee. So, gang, how do we track down Dr. Phillips? I mean, the thing's shifting. She's a botanist. Do we try to smell for flowers? Do we?
I don't think any of us have a super smell, unless there's like, I don't know, something I don't know about one of you guys.
Nope. I don't have a...
I do have a very fine sense of smell. There were times in my life where I had to use that sense of smell to judge whether or not food was still good, iffy and still going to take a risk on it, or not so good.
Okay. That can come in handy, I suppose.
Say that again, Shade, Chase, or God, Jesus, Shep.
I accumulated a very seasoned nose, I would put it as.
You mean like rooting around for food all the time?
What, that was one use for it? Sure. You know, you had to smell food to know whether or not it was poisonous or not. Seen a lot of good men die that way. Just taking bites out of random food they pull from garbage bags. It's a horrible way to go.
Guess that's the best lead we've got on that front. Otherwise, we can just keep going through doors.
Where would a botanist be?
Or maybe the folks looking for us know where the botanist is.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Hey, what's up? I'm back. Did you guys win? Without me?
We won the whole thing.
What?
Yeah, we came up with a foolproof plan.
We are currently driving down the highway in the truck.
Well, oh man, that thing wasn't even supposed to work anymore. You guys did great.
You got the druid in the back and he's eating a taco.
Okay, that seems like a bold plan. All
It's a
right.
vegan taco.
Well, you know what? I'll plan for it just as is.
I had enchiladas tonight and they were delicious.
Enchiladas
I am
are
so
good.
jelly.
Enchiladas are so good.
I feel bad because I've spent a lot of money eating out this week, but I just don't have the capacity to cook.
All right. What are we doing, folks?
Think the plan we landed on was that we were going to have Shep use his powerful sense of garbage detecting smell to see if there are any floral scents coming from any of the nearby doors.
Floral scents?
We're looking for a botanist.
All right, buddy. Roll perception with a -5, probably.
The argument. Now tell him your argument, and
Yeah.
maybe that minus will go down.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Oh, it might go down.
I had to use my nose when I was rummaging for food to find out whether or not food was, good, risky and still gonna go for it, or just bad.
Let's be honest. Was there ever a bad?
There were a few bads, mostly from Arby's.
And that was purchased food from Arby's.
Right. There goes
Seriously.
there goes the sponsorship.
Damn it!
We really shit on Arby's.
I like Arby's.
Okay, but there was
I really like Arby's.
as well.
there was legitimately one time when I was a kid that I walked into an Arby's, got like hit by the waft of scent of Arby's, and immediately walked out and vomited on the sidewalk.
They've served me raw chicken twice.
Oh, good God.
I have gone to Arby's and just purchased the meat itself. You can order the meat on its own.
Yeah, I've always wanted to
Like
do
you can
that.
buy a pound, 2 pounds, whatever.
Everything else they do there sucks, so I should just go in and get like 2 pounds of the meat and then make my own sandwiches for a week or something. All right.
Alright, so still -5.
It's a really big place, dude.
It wasn't worth a shot.
What door are you going to do this? It might matter.
What?
What door are you going to do this?
One right in front of us.
Okay, cross the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a 23.
Don't smell anything floral. You do, however, smell fryer grease and roast beef.
There's an Arby's in the pen.
It's unnecessarily cruel.
How is that cruel? That's legitimately what an Arby's smells like. Fryer grease for the fries.
No, that
and
they can
roast
only
beef.
eat Arby's food is what he meant.
Oh. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not being mean to Arby's. That's what you smell like.
You can drive half a block by Arby's and smell an Arby's.
I believe there's either fried roast beef or botanist this way. I think we should check it out.
He does.
Those are the two things he puts together. I smell fryer grease and roast beef, so obviously they must be frying the roast beef.
I say we go that way.
There couldn't be any
People
other
following
possible.
us catch us. We'll just say we've
Just an entire round.
been trapped in there a while, and we went this way because we smelled it and we were hungry.
We were kind of hoping it'd be like a poison ivy type situation where there's like a scent that you can follow.
Or her vines. that
You
she-
actually can't really smell Ivy's pheromones. Sorry. Too nerdy?
Really, Michael?
I'm sorry. I
Really?
apologize. I'm sorry. You're really going to hate me for the next thing I do.
So we just have to walk
Right.
in a direction until we I don't know, I guess get erection and start acting irrationally.
Or we run into other people and we can just say, "Hey, we're trying to track. What is Dr. Phillips? I mean, did she go by a name other than Dr. Phillips?"
That's what you were told.
Seems kind of sus asking about that right off the bat.
You could look up stuff.
Well,
I mean,
we
you
could
don't have
pre-
your computer with you anymore, so.
We could preface it, Chase. We could be like, hey, Guys, I sure do like committing crimes. By the way, have you seen a botanist?
Fucking weirdos.
Okay, so which way's the fryer? I'm gonna go stick my head in it. Sounds good.
Well, I mean, at this point, we're just wandering around until we find something. So let's pick a door and go.
Just go into the door. He said it. I got a thing. Just...
Yep.
Yeah.
We're heading to the door on the right.
No, you came in from the door on the right. You're going to the door on the left.
We're heading to the door on the left.
We're going to the door on the left.
Nailed it.
Thank
Okay. So let's get this out and going. You walk in, and there are, and you're not alone. This room's actually kind of half full of inmates.
Shep, I thought you were listening at the door.
No, he was smelling at the door.
Did you not smell all these people in there?
No, they don't smell like a food group that I'm used to.
So they're all coming in from different places. There's 2 other doors in this room, but they're lining up. This is a kitchen, and there's a counter they're lining up at. A couple of them kind of notice your presence. That's about it. They don't give a fuck you're there. The person behind the counter is this lovely human being.
Porkums. Oh. Oh.
Ew. Those sandwiches look good, though.
I'm disturbed by this.
I'm somewhat hungry for Jello too.
One of those eyeballs kind of floats off to the side towards you. Bag of lines over there!
Okie dokie.
He's both cooking the food with globule arms that come out the back of him and serving the food with his front arms, and his face keeps turning back and forth. His eyes keep floating around to
Sweet.
pay attention to all of it.
Well, there's always room for Jello.
So what do you do?
Well, we blend in. I suggest we blend in and just go to the back of the line for now. Check out the room. See if there's any other way to go out other than the way that we came in.
What's being... Go
I
ahead.
know that Shep would probably want to sit and eat for a while, but we got other pressing matters to take care of.
It's true, we do.
What's being handed out is white bread roast beef sandwiches with a small amount of potatoes.
I thought you were going to suggest maybe Skippy's peanut butter sandwiches with Hellman's mayonnaise.
Ew.
And for
This man's a
that
monstrous pile of goo, not a fucking animal.
and for that wonderful recipe, head on over to our Discord channel
On Patrick's Food Picks.
in Patrick's Food Picks. If someone wants to post the
Not to be
Discord
confused with Patrick's Feet Pics, which is on OnlyFans. That's still loud.
Does that mean I should probably dump all my stock in that company then?
No, I think they're doing it because they're going to get purchased. The more I think about it, it makes sense that they have to do slightly more strict rules because they're going to be purchased by someone bigger to be specifically the pornography distributor for the world. Because the top dog currently is Pornhub, and it has a terrible reputation. So somebody's got to be number one in a multi-billion-dollar industry. You know what I mean? Join us Discord for Patrick's food picks. Nice.
All right. So looking around the room, other than the door we just came through, any other exits?
Yep, 2 others. One to just the north of you, and one all the way across. There's people lining up from both directions. No real indicator. You do notice that a decent amount, while there's a smattering of different colors, a lot of the colors that people are wearing in here are currently orange. So this probably was an orange section when everything got shut down.
Right, but there's still a mixture of some other colors in there.
There's still a mixture, which also tells you, people are coming from other places.
Right.
What color are our suits, respectively?
I don't know. Come up with something. The options are light blue, orange, green, and what was the other one? I actually did this. Yellow. Like a neon yellow.
I mean,
Neon
I
yellow.
think we all know that I would have taken the neon yellow.
Mm-hmm. Gotta stay
Took
on
the
brand.
light blue.
Chep. Tell me you weren't paying attention without telling me you weren't paying attention.
Sorry, I was looking at a Chihuahua taking a shower.
I also saw that video today,
Yeah.
and those people do a better job with that Chihuahua than I do with my 4-year-old. I'll be totally
I know,
honest.
right? Like, I'm just like watching the care they are taking with this Chihuahua, and it is actually amazing. Sorry, you got me.
Good old OnlyFans. All right.
As we're standing in line, the other people in line, are they having conversations we could in any way eavesdrop on?
Sure.
Yep.
Go for it.
Good call.
Very good call, Chase. Perception checks then?
That's why I'm saying that this episode could end this week, or we could go a couple more weeks, because this place is going to be like this. You need to actually go
Yep.
through it.
Perception checks then?
Yes.
Fuck.
24.
I'm actually going to use a hero point and reroll.
Do it.
27.
That's a good one. Chep's a man of the people.
I don't have my normal gear on, so I don't hear as well. And my age.
And
Chase
you're old.
immediately, somebody sees that you're holding a baseball, and immediately a guy wants to strike up a conversation about the Dodgers with you. So you're trapped in a one-sided conversation right now about the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, they're good and stuff. Sure.
Phil's not even pretending to feverishly Google the Dodgers.
No. Chase and Phil both know that the Dodgers won it all last year, but Chase is a Giants fan,
we all
and
make
he's
mistakes.
trying not to start a confrontation.
Okay.
So he's just sitting there, like, listening to someone talk about a rival team on and on.
It does have a little bit of a, I'll be honest, a manic vibe to the conversation. Kelly, Phil, I know you know what I'm talking about. This is a person that may or may not have a knife. Kelly and Chep, you overhear a conversation about how two people exiting the room, heading to the west, out the opposite door, and they're talking about. One guy says, "Ooh, these potatoes are good. Don't get used to them, man. We're gonna have to have conversations down the farm. They're shutting that shit down." And they walk out that door.
Shep. I don't.
I heard it too. They got tater tots up there.
Eh. I'm 13. I don't know what a botanist is. Why do you think there's a farm in here?
It's a good question, but I imagine a botanist would be at a farm.
What's a botanist?
I believe it is a person who eats flowers.
Oh. Flowers grow on farms.
That's so stupid! That's so fucking stupid!
In fairness, Kelly is the smartest one of the group outside of Shade. But also, at 13, how many of us knew what botanists were?
I did, but I read a lot of comic books. It was a very skewed version of what they were.
Yeah. So I'm trying to be true to the 13-year-old of her and not use my 36-year-old brain.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I suppose we should probably tell Shade that there's a farm.
Yes.
Also, now I want tater tots.
Should I tell him about the tater tots as well?
I think you should tell them about the tater tots because I want the tater tots.
Okay. Hey, Shade. First off, they got tater tots up there. Second.
Chili cheese.
It looks like roast beef and white bread and tater tots.
Do they have chili cheese to go with the tater tots?
Oh, I didn't hear that part of the rumor. I have to go ask the guys that walked out. They were heading to a farm. And, oh yeah, second part of the message. There's a farm somewhere, and the botanist might be there.
Right. We need to locate the farm.
Well, the guys that know where it is just left to the west.
Do we follow them? Would they say they were going that way?
Oh, I think so. I think they were.
The guy said he needed to talk to the farm.
That's not what he said, but sure.
I thought it was weird too because I've never talked to a farm before.
You want me to find out where the farm is?
Well, we can either find out or we can follow those guys and see if they lead us that way.
We can follow those guys and ask them.
Either way, that's what we need to find out is where the farm is. So, what's the reason for us to have to go to the farm?
Yeah,
The botanist?
botanist.
Well, I mean, yes, for us to go to the farm. I understand that, but I mean, so that we do not arouse suspicion of. It's like.
No, Patrick, you're the dumb one. Oh, I knew this part. I knew the pen was gonna be good. I knew it was gonna be good. Ugh. That seems almost racist. I gotta be honest with you. Something problematic about this version of Shade. Groucho Shade.
Groucho shade.
Hugo, what are you doing?
Yes. Let's ask them where the farm is.
Well, like, as you probably told me out loud, if they're concerned about, like, the potatoes going away, I mean, that would be, like, our concern, too. Like, if something's going wrong with the farm, where's this farm you're talking about, you know?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. You follow him out that side. Do you pick up tater tots?
No, I will sacrifice the tater tots are not the mission. I want the tater tots to be the mission, but they're not the mission.
All right. The fuck? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh my, it just.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. While he's saying uh-oh, I'll be right back.
Okay. I clicked that picture to try to get rid of it, the blob guy, and
Yeah.
it teleported it to a random other spot in my sources list on OBS. And I had to go look for it.
Well, good thing he's dead. Dead forever.
OBS is awesome.
He's like a whole character too. You guys are never going back.
I suppose we could have asked that dude about the potatoes.
Nope, too late. Moving on. So, you walk out the other side and you're on another walkway, catwalk, leading up to... This is... there is a pod that is leaned up against this catwalk that is... can only be described as a small park. There's like... a couple of plant boxes and some benches. The two guys you previously saw are there. There's also a handful of other people there. This is, I guess, the closest thing to a cafeteria they're currently using. Not the basketball court back there, the way you came. You can see now something that's, I'm going to be honest, going to become important. Facing that direction, if the little park area, and it is small, it's like a square, maybe slightly larger than the cafeteria you were just in. To the left, there is a catwalk that is destroyed, and whatever was on the left isn't there anymore. It's very obviously, it goes for maybe 10, 15 feet, and then it falls into eternity, jagged, in a jagged manner. Just nothing. Clearly not designed that way. Laura's hasn't popped Snickles.
Yeah, my throat hurts, and so I thought popsicle might help.
Pop Snuggles.
I apologize to the internet watching me eat a popsicle.
No part of the internet is going to be mad at you for eating a popsicle.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans, where I take off my makeup and eat popsicles on the stream.
I wonder if that,
Motherfucker, you probably make more than you make it work, okay?
Holy shit, it's on the list.
I'm gonna say I bet that's been banned.
Makeupless popsicle eating.
No more slowly eating a banana. You have to actually take a bite.
I can't do that. It's too cold. My teeth are sensitive.
The banana?
Oh, no, popsicle.
Okay. Did you catch any of the things I said previously?
No, that's okay. I'll just follow along.
Okay. So, do you approach the two prisoners? I was going to say gentlemen. They're not.
No, you wouldn't like this, Hugo. It's fine.
Alright, who's doing the talking?
Hey!
That's a hard nope there.
Hey! Hey! You!
What? What?
What?
God, I owe you I owe you a fucking share. You're right, man. I fucking told you. They put kids in here. They put everybody in here. Doesn't matter. Goddamn fascists.
Yeah. I know what fascist means. I heard you talking about the potatoes. I'm gonna be real pissed if I lose out on my potatoes. I am a growing child. I need my nutrients. Where the fuck's this farm?
You've never... have you not been here very long? You've never had to work the farm.
I'm a child. Like, all right, so they put me in the pen because I killed my parents, but like they have standards, and they're not going to force me into child labor laws. The
All right,
crooks
all
are
right.
still
Didn't
under
ask.
child labor
Didn't
laws.
ask. Didn't ask. Okay. I don't know. I'm not part of those freaks that are trying to get this place figured out. Okay. I figured out where this place is. That's it. I went down there. I wasn't near there, but it's way north. It's way north. That fucker Chlorophyll is going nuts, man.
Chlorophyll.
Motherfucker.
That's a good pun. That's a good pun.
I hate you so much.
I appreciate a good pun.
You may
so it's
reroll.
Dr. Clarice Phillips.
Clara Phillips. You fucking
Clara Phillips.
asshole.
I thought Clara was short for Clarice or something.
Yeah. Clara Phillips. With Chlorophyll, Shade, and Kelly, you may re-roll your previous. This one gets a +2. Because Chlorophyll, famous.
22.
22 as well.
Chlorophyll was very publicly demonized in all of media for being a murderer of many people and destruction of property. And fact of the matter is, she's an eco-terrorist, killing CEOs involved in oil companies. But those oil companies often own media companies as well. So, she was put in the pen. Very strong, very spooky. Yes, I ripped off Poison Ivy.
But at the same time, I like her because she's not wrong.
No. But that's what happens when you speak out. You get put away. Shade. You yourself probably never directly dealt with Clara, Dr. Phillips. She was a challenge for Protector on a regular basis when she ran around.
No.
And also a bit of a moral gray area.
Kind of like a Catwoman type situation.
Yeah, Protector actually did indicate a few times in conversations with you that he got it. He didn't hate her.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
All right, hey, be careful.
Yeah. Like, are there places that I probably shouldn't go? Because, you know, like, there are really, really, like, creepy fucks in here.
Yeah. Try to avoid the center. Medical center.
I would avoid that anyway, because that sounds terrifying.
It's, they got... Well, Hatter's in charge, but they got some guys in there that have been...
You don't need to explain.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's, like, the overall goal down here? I heard something, like, big-ass crash that direction. Did they, like, lock... I mean, well, obviously locked in here, but did they, like, lock us in here? Are we Lord of the Flies-ing it? Like, what's happening?
Man, it's Lord of the Flies. The farther in you go, it's bad. I don't understand what I don't know what that. It's a fucking book. Fucking read something.
Oh, sorry. They made me read it in school.
No, it's good. You're educated. That's a good thing. Some people aren't. All right, fuck you then. Fucking jerk.
If I can get my hands on a copy of it, I'll read it to you sometime.
I can read. Also, thank you.
I know, but sometimes it's fun to hear somebody else read stuff. I do voices. Okay, so the farther in, the more Lord of the Flies. Out here, we're like a functioning society.
This place shut down. It all went to hell. I mean, I had to kill 2 of the guys I was in the pod with. Straight up.
Why?
They were going nuts, man. Tell me, get back in your cell. I'll fucking tase you. You're a shut up prisoner. Man, I ain't gonna take that.
Word. All right. Well, thank you. Have an excellent day, night, whatever the fuck time it is.
They go back to eating.
I go back to boys. They are really nice. They're like 2 really nice gentlemen. Granted, one of them killed his guards to get out, but still, they're really nice gentlemen. The farm is north. We should avoid the medical unit, the med center, mostly because apparently that's where the pedophiles are. It's more Lord of the Flies the further in we go.
Interesting. All right, then, well, let's go ahead and head on out then.
To the north.
The options you could do, there are, on the far end of this, there are 2 exits. One has a door, one does not. And then there's an exit, basically straight walk from where you exited the cafeteria.
So, just so have our bearings here. When we went to the left from the crash site, that was headed south?
That was headed, you were headed west. You've been heading west basically the whole time.
We've been heading west, okay. And we have 2 options that lead north that are apparent to us right now. Is that correct?
Yes, you can head north or you can head west. I guess you could also head back into the cafeteria and head north from there.
I think we want to avoid people as much as possible. So let's just head north from here.
I'm just notoriously bad with directions, so I'm trying to visualize.
You're okay. It's a good idea to visualize. There is a map.
Yeah. Same. I don't actually know north from south.
Up and down.
That's how I give all of my directions when people ask directions, is using north, south, east, west, and most people will say, so is that a right or a left?
Yeah.
And the answer to that question is yes.
Exactly. It says depending on which way you're facing.
West, east, north. Yeah.
South. Okay, heading north. Going that way.
Ow. All right, you head north. There are 2 exits. Both of them head to the same direction. You can tell that. Both of them head to the same building. You can tell that immediately. The one to the left looks like it used to go somewhere else, but broke as well. But the exit to the right going north, it just goes directly into the building, quote unquote, that you're trying to get to. You do see somebody walk out of there. They have cuts on their hands.
Cuts on their hands?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know anything about comic books, but what can I size up about this individual?
Perception.
Perception? 26.
Um, 26. Okay, you see. This is somebody who is obviously some amount of meta ability. They have a purple hue to their skin with a slightly cracked skin structure, implying that they have some sort of power, even if it is only like a base level. This person is clearly not happy about their situation, but there's also a small... There's a lightness to their step that makes you believe they're slightly relieved.
All right. Oh, weird. Group, what has anybody like stopped in their tracks? I'm still heading north. Has anybody else stopped walking or?
Nope, I just
Nope,
keep on.
we're still moving that way.
I'm still going with you, buddy.
Okay. Heading into that room, this was another pod. Although it currently is being used as a walk between. There's a couple of groups of people hanging out here. There is one exit that has sort of been made on the north side.
I would continue heading north. I would, if this dude looks up at me, I would just give the nonchalant nod.
Through the maid exit, you can hear somebody, female voice, barking orders.
Okay. Should we go in?
Yeah. Sounds like our botanist, maybe.
Yep. Alright. I go in.
I feel like from what you told us, there's very little chance we're there already. But, I don't know. We gotta keep going anyway.
Walking in, Shade, you recognize the person barking orders. It's kind of hard not to.
Oh. Okay.
This is somebody from your past.
Right.
Standing on the other side of the hall, on the other side of this is a... it looks like a public washroom of some sort. Showers and toilets. But there's a group of people gathered around this woman. The woman, by the way, is 8'6". You remember this person as Titan. specifically Titan 2. The second one. AKA Bridget Faust. You have fought Bridget before. Bridget is spoopy.
Well, if she's a Titan,
That's
Nice.
sort of a name. Yeah, that's just you don't know if
Right.
that's really true, but
Right.
super strength, regeneration.
right? But it's
Resiliency.
someone we probably kind of want to avoid, but maybe we want to hear what she's shouting out to the people there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we dropping Eves.
Yep. Yep. Eavesdrop.
All right. No. Now y'all have to have weapons, or I'm not letting you in. I'm not joking. Sorry, I just got here. What do we get? Fucking kidding me. We're gonna line up. When we take it, you get a cut. Decided by Kat and me, not you. This seems to excite the crowd.
Rabble.
Rabble,
Yeah.
rabble, rabble. Yeah.
Now, we're gonna wait our turn. They're already moving in. We're gonna hold off. Now everyone's kind of waiting around and looking very anxious about it. There's another exit to the north behind her that she's not letting anybody walk through.
I would lean to someone standing next to me. I feel like she would get really mad if I asked, but we just got here. What are we charging into?
Roll persuasion.
Ready? Persuasion. Okay.
Nice.
Heyo. That's good.
Oh, hey, man. They're gonna try to take Medbay. If
Right,
you join up,
right.
if you join up and help, they'll give you a cut of the drugs.
Oh boy. Man, I've been kind of shaky ever since getting in here the other day. What do you think they got in there?
Oh man, I went in there once. I got fucked up real bad by a hurricane and fucking. I got morphine, I got Xanax, I got everything, man. It was great.
Oh, shit. Well, something to think about. Fuck. And then I turn to the others. And I go to Kelly. So, you just said we don't go through the med bay, so should we, like, sneak off and find another way around?
You
Or
hear
call this crowd of idiots.
You hear shouting from behind her, and in walks this person through that exit. All right, all of you, go, send them. Faust sort of looks shocked for a second. And, yeah, go. Start sending all those people through. Cast her eyes on you. Are you going or not?
I, like, look at Kelly for a decision.
You all
have to protect me. Yeah, and she's gonna run.
Fair enough.
Okay, boss, I'll follow you.
As we're moving on, I'm whispering to the guys that we can break off at any point as we're moving along. If we see the opportunity.
Which is a good note. The exit behind that they funnel you through, all of these random assortment of people are running to the left, which is west, toward an incredibly large building. This large promenade, it's enough to run cars on, also goes to the right. You go out there, and as you're standing there for a second noticing this, the woman that just ran in with Faust is dragging her to the right. Faust seems very confused by the situation. Titan, sorry.
I feel like Kelly, if Kelly were here, she would realize that we're bunched in with the diversion group.
I'm here. I'm just bleeding, so I'm.
Why are you bleeding?
Oh, because I have awesome dry hands and fingernails.
Oh no.
It's fine. I'm fixing it. Keep going. But I'm listening. I'm just off camera.
Okay. All right.
So, the group itself is branching?
All of those random assortment of people that Titan was yelling at are all like hardcore, we're going to take this place, running towards that large building to the west. But a kind of reluctant Titan is getting dragged to the east by this other young woman. That, if you would like, you could try to roll against Shade to see if you know who she is.
I would like to roll against to see if I know who it is, because I'm tempted to follow them instead of the mob. I probably don't know who this person is, but it's like on the edge of my mind.
Yeah, you can't quite quite picture it.
It's bothering me because I should know who it is, but I just can't recall it.
The bigger thing that bothers you is that she's maybe 5'3", 5'4", petite build, but she is dragging Titan along, and Titan is listening to her as if this is the person in charge.
Right. I'm tempted to start moving that way as well, kind of breaking from the group.
Okay.
Motioning to the three of them to maybe follow me.
I start slowing down so that maybe people pass us. And then split off.
All right.
Figure we were probably towards the back to begin with.
Yes, that's where I had you as well. Okay, you're heading that way. They don't seem to notice you all that much. The small woman drags Titan to a building in the exact opposite direction. This looks like... You actually know what this building is. This building is management. The management tower. Shade.
I'm writing my notes.
You're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at her, and I should know who this person is, but I just can't place it. So we follow them. as well as we can, hopefully not being noticed.
They go into the building. Do you go
All right. Yeah.
Again, there are no windows. There's no way to tell where they go. They're within. If they stop right in front of the door, you don't know that.
Yeah, I would go ahead and enter the building. And if they, if we happen to run into them and they ask what the hell we're doing, we're saying, well, we thought we were just following you.
I got your back, Chief.
I follow and go in.
All right. Stealth or just
Yeah.
walking in?
Stealth. Sneaking.
Everybody,
Yes.
do it.
23.
See that awesome
24.
stealth roll.
That's a 9.
10.
And a 10. Good.
24, 23. What was yours, Chep?
10.
10. Not great. Shit. I need to roll for them, though. Yeah. Shade and Kelly, you feel like you do a good job. Unfortunately, Chase and Chap didn't get the whole stealth memo, and walk in and kind of bash the door against the exterior wall.
Well, they're going to have to talk their way through this one, as Kelly and I serve as backup and hopefully can still maintain our stealthiness.
Yeah.
As soon as you are noticed immediately, by the way, Titan starts walking toward you too. All 8'6" of her.
Do you say go to the left or go to the right?
You go to med. It's across.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Is that right or left?
Well, now it's straight. You walk out the door, it's straight.
Okay, straight this way or straight that way?
Well, we followed you because you were leading this outfit. We're
We
here
thought you
now.
were going to lead us. We thought we were going to be the A students today.
She just tries to grab both of you by the back of your clothes, basically. Do you let that happen or no?
I used super speed and dodged a little to the left.
Chase?
I just kind of, you know what? I let her do it, and I just kind of give her a look like I'm not really concerned.
She gets grumpy and shoves you both. Chase, you would tell she has considerable strength as well, based on being on just how she's moving, how little effort it's taking for her to move you. But she opens the door and basically throws you both out. That big building! Go in there, murder guys! And she shuts the door behind you.
You have a lovely pod.
Are Kelly and I...
I stop him.
So I have you two jumping behind like a desk or something like that. So
we're still in...
yes, you're still inside and unseen.
Good.
Chase, Chep, do you knock on the door, Chep?
I knock on the door.
Oh, I love it. I'm gonna get murdered.
Yes, he is.
Titan opens the door. What?
just have a few questions, if you don't mind. Why are we going into that building to kill people?
You hear behind her. Fucking, who cares? Lock the door!
Okay, I mean, you can lock the door all you want.
You're fucking lucky! She shuts it and locks the door.
No one's ever called me lucky.
Well,
Chase and Shep are now locked outside.
Good.
well, you're lucky that she didn't throw you off the edge there, Big Shoots.
Yeah, basically all of this is just like fall. One guardrail between you and nothing.
How sturdy does this door look?
Pretty. I mean, this is a supermax prison designed to
Yeah.
hold superhero people.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're walking around the edge looking for structural weaknesses there, Chep.
Yeah.
Good work there, you silver-tongued devil.
Back inside.
We are.
Fucking morons. Who gives a shit? We need a plan. This isn't working. Go ahead, Shade.
No, I was just gonna say that if Kelly and I are not like next to each other, I'm just motioning for her to just stay put and stay silent. And then we just listen to the conversation.
Kelly, do you acknowledge? Okay. Well, it fucking doesn't make sense anyway. She's just fucking... Just let me go in there. You and me can kill them all. No, we couldn't. We don't even know how that one guy works. Fine. Well then, just fucking ditch it. Leave this place. Who gives a shit? We can't get out through the crux. We need leverage. Let's go get some of the guards then. You want to walk through Philip's fucking menagerie? She doesn't like mind us. No, but she likes a lot of them. No. We need that fucking ass clown. How the hell did Hatter get that fucking lucky? Apparently, he had the flu. Warden had flu? Don't they have, like, vitamins for that? I don't know. But he's in there. They got him. We need him. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe we should go to Phillips. Get her to help. She won't fucking help us. Ah! Titan throws a table into a wall, indenting it. Very useful. Very helpful. Fuck you! Yeah, very helpful. I'm gonna go get a drink from Warden's office. When you calm down, join me. The one woman leaves, and Titan a few seconds later follows her. Sorry, I'll remove him from here in a second. All right.
So, who were they referring to that they wanted to get? That they wanted Phillips's help doing?
I heard mention of a warden, and I heard mention of Phillips, and
Right.
that the warden had the flu, and that's what made him lucky.
Could you guys
Okay.
actually not hear me, or do you just not understand what I was talking about?
Didn't quite get it.
Is there like an insight roll or something you guys could do?
There's insight.
Okay, do that.
Mine is not very good.
Mine is not great either, but 23?
7.
Shade,
I'm
the
13. I'm 13.
Shade, the only thing that could be referred to as a warden in here is General Johan.
General specific?
The guy you tried to call earlier. Jonas, sorry. Jonas. Jonas Palomar. Pandalol. There we go. Pandalol.
Yep, Pendleol.
He is the warden of the pen.
So I wonder what they mean by he had the flu and he's possibly lucky for that.
Well, they were trying to invade, because you were 23, they were sending people in to invade the med building. They're claiming he had the flu. And they didn't call him lucky. They called the guy who they didn't understand the powers of lucky. No, they called Hatter lucky. Sorry, they called Hatter lucky.
Oh.
Okay.
So Hatter currently, I remember you saying this earlier, Hatter has control of the med bay.
Ed Center. Yep.
Yeah, he has
So
control
they're
of the
trying to
med
get Hatter because they want control of the med bay.
Ed Center.
because supposedly Pandalol's in there somewhere.
Because Pandalol had the flu.
He had the flu. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I have now put 4 and 7 together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Yeah, this is not necessarily a huge rescue mission. I'm not going to throw the 4 of us in the middle of the med center when we don't know how many. I mean, there's a freaking massacre going on there right now, and we only know of one person be there. And that I understand, in the Vanguard is probably an important figure, but that's one compared to how many people might be with Phillips.
Also, I may have been like, I don't know, spacing out or peeing. But why are we finding Phillips? I thought the druid was our main concern. What's the purpose of us finding Phillips?
You don't have to. You're just aware that Phillips is the only person probably referred to as a friendly in this entire place.
When we were given the sit rep on the whole thing by Shatter, we were told that Phillips was probably our only ally on the inside, which...
And might have information of... I mean, it wasn't told to us that she might have information on the druid, but if we can establish some sort of help on the inside, we can get around easier.
Ah.
That's my whole goal of getting to Phillips.
Yeah, you actually don't know where you're trying to go.
She was just established as our only lead, even though it may be a dead end.
Cool. Thank you. I was definitely peeing at that point in time.
In the bathroom?
Yes.
Always gotta check.
So, I'm gonna open the door here and let the guys back in.
Okay.
So I open the door and I tell them the information that we just found out. And I say, as much as I think we should go help the warden, I still think we gotta push on and find Phillips.
1 second. Chase, it seemed like you had a thing. Chep, it seemed like you had a thing.
Well, isn't Phillips over that way?
North. Somewhere.
Well, aren't the guys going to go kill Phillips right now? Isn't that what they said?
No, they're going to kill Pendelon.
Oh, okay.
The warden.
Right.
So the option, plainly, our options are: do we stop this mob from killing the warden, or do we continue towards Dr. Phillips?
How powerful is the warden?
He himself actually has no powers.
So Paragon option, Renegade option.
I mean, I'm kind of with Shade on this one. Yeah, I'd love to be able to save everybody, but this is the whole train scenario again. Do we?
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw that switch, you know?
Yeah.
But we're not alone. Whereas a train can only go one way. Maybe just one of us goes and helps the warden.
Like somebody who could grab him and then get out before anybody else would notice.
Yep.
Shade.
And it would really be nice if we had somebody with super speed in here. Too bad we only have a strong guy, and me with a yo-yo, and Master of Disguise.
But
It'd be real nice to have a super speed.
I can use my muscles to propel myself really fast and long distances. I've gotten quite good at it.
Yeah. If you feel like that's what you want to do.
I feel like the warden would be a lot of help down here.
I mean, he is probably aside from like the risk involved of trying to save him from an oncoming mob, he's probably less risky of an ally than Chlorophyll.
That's true. Chase,
Being in his favor could certainly open some doors for us.
Oh my god. Is now the time.
Shep, should you try this? If anything,
Oh, he's gone. He left us.
Well, he's fast.
he's very fast.
Wow. He is.
Look at it, he's coming back in a blink of an eye. Look at that. Oh my lord.
Strobe, warning for anybody who's photosensitive.
Oh, wow, you're already back with the warden.
If at any time, should you choose to do this, if at any time you feel like your life is in danger, you stop immediately, you come back.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Chep's going on a solo mission.
Mission.
Respect the 1v1. Unlike yesterday.
All right.
What part of you thought that we were gonna fucking do that? By the way.
Zero.
Okay,
Zero
thank
parts
you.
of me. I know my players.
All right.
All right.
Chep. What do you do?
I'm gonna use super speed. I'm gonna use a lot of points.
Okay. You, so, you start running towards the med bay, yes?
Yep.
You get inside. Oh, before you do that, actually, Shade, I'll have you and Kelly roll for who the Hatter is. Before Chep leaves, just in case you can give him information.
23.
9.
Shade, you don't know Hatter's real name. Nobody does. He is, he has multiple powers that are all pretty confusing. He has a form of small distance mind control he can do. It has to be a pretty short distance, but he can control minds. Also, there's something about him. It's not necessarily camouflage or stealth, but part of his mental abilities is that he clouds himself from your vision pretty easily. He's also, it should be noted, a little person. He uses those powers to pretty great effect to rob a lot of fucking people. And every time he about got caught, kill a lot of people that tried to rob, that he tried to catch him. It's pretty handy if you can sneak up on somebody without being seen and then all of a sudden tell them to jump off a building.
Right. You know, would he be able to control Shep?
You know, that's I'll put him at a negative. the incredible.
No offense to Shep, but
no. It's the incredible intellect of Chap. It's
oh yeah, because he could fight it back with his...
It's so low that it flies underneath the radar.
It's like going spelunking in a dangerous cave you've never been before. It's just a bad idea.
You're just surrounded by darkness when you get in there. It's like a sensory deprivation tank for the mind.
And a constant playing of a toy piano playing the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
It's a small world. It's a small
That is not the Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
You don't know it isn't. Okay.
It's my Lord of the Rings soundtrack.
All right, Chep.
All right.
You get into the lobby, and there are a couple dead bodies.
As there would be.
Sorry, allergies.
You're fine. You get into the lobby, and there are a couple dead bodies laying there in prison uniforms. One of them is clearly somebody who worked there, wearing scrubs. A lot of the lights are busted out. A lot of the furniture is destroyed. This place has been a war zone for quite some time.
All right. I'm gonna follow the trail of dead bodies.
All right. Elevators don't appear to work. You can go up the stairs. You hear fighting somewhere. Roll perception. Sneezy.
I know. My allergies are so bad too, Corbin.
Yeah,
Me too.
20.
I'm dying.
Dying right now.
20. Yes?
Yep. Not natural, but there's 20.
Upstairs somewhere, after what's clearly somebody dying, a lot of very loud dying happens. You hear laughing amongst a couple of male voices. And then you hear a guitar play. And somebody jumps off the stairs from somewhere above you. Dying. Below you. Dying on the floor. Did you see me get him? Yeah, I did. You recognize the first voice.
Who's the first voice?
The one who said, "Did you see me get him?" You recognize as
Oh God, is it Mesmer? Is it that fuck?
Mesmer.
I hate him.
Francis
I hate him
Mesmer.
so much. He's such a dick.
So what is that? 13 me? 12 you? I'll catch up. Don't you fucking worry about it.
Okay. They can't see me yet, right?
No, they're above you somewhere. They're just talking loudly, gloating, really.
Okay. Are there stairs leading up?
Yes. Though you do not know how far or where you need to go.
I run up 2 levels.
How fast?
Real fast.
Fast enough to make a bunch of noise doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. You're on the 3rd floor.
I look around and I see the warden.
No.
Or any sign.
No, actually, there's outside of a couple of bodies, you don't really see much of anything here.
Another level.
Okay. This is the top floor.
Do I see anything?
You see Mesmer and this man sort of chillaxing at a nurse's station midway down. They notice you immediately. For anybody who's unaware, that is Brad Williams. He is a stand-up comic. It's pretty funny.
He gets a lot of crap for making jokes about little people.
He does. And then he raised $200,000 for a bullied kid with dwarfism to go to Disneyland. So
Yeah. Yeah, because the community came out and said you shouldn't be making fun of us that way, and he's like, dude, I'm making fun of myself. You know, it's really interesting listening to him. He's a guest on Z92 morning show quite often.
He's a funny dude. I think he's funny anyway. And I don't know. You can't make fun of yourself. I don't know what you like. What is he supposed to pick as a topic?
Oh boy. All right. I run back downstairs.
You hear them try to clatteringly chase you. They're not fast.
Okay. What was the Hatter's powers?
Mind control in very short range, and
Okay.
he can through mental perception camouflage himself. He isn't actually camouflaged, right? But your brain can't fathom seeing him.
Okay.
Of course. Again, that's over very short range.
So you don't see with your eye, you perceive with your mind.
Thanks, bud.
I run back down one more level.
Son of a bitch. All right, you
Is
run.
this the level where there were a lot of dead bodies?
There's 4 levels. First floor was a lot of dead bodies.
First floor was a lot. Is there a good amount on level 2?
There's some, yeah.
I'm gonna lie down next to a couple and play dead.
Okay. Roll perception.
Wrong sheet. That 9 plus that is 24.
He went. He had to have gone. He had to have gone for the first floor. Yeah, I'm on it.
Do I hear them running down?
You hear running through the stairs. After a silent second, you do think you hear steps around you.
I stay very, very still.
Roll stealth.
Come on, baby.
Don't let me be killed by a little person. Please. Weird way to go out in this.
$18.
Despite not being able to see whoever is stepping around you, they're kind of making a bit of a racket about it. Stepping on things, walking over people, bit of a brush here and there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You assume that that's Hatter. And they move past you much farther down the hall. Maybe 15, 25 feet away. He reappears in your vision. Just in the middle of the hallway, walking away from you, not looking in your direction.
Mesmer?
No. Hatter.
Oh, okay.
Spoopy, scary powers. He's walking away from you. Does not appear to have noticed you.
Mesmer and him both walked away from me.
Mesmer, it sounded like he ran downstairs to the first floor.
Okay. Waiting for Hatter to also go down to the first floor.
After a time, he checks some rooms, goes running back your way. Did you find him? No! Hell no, I didn't find him. He's not down there. He must have took off. Fucking hate speedsters. Dude, I hate speedsters too. No idea what you're saying, Laura.
Hanging. Then are you gonna sit there and take that, Chip? Are you gonna take that? Them calling you a speedster?
Why are you goading him? We have to protect the child.
I also was yelling at you that you have hero points, but I now realize I was muted for your rolls.
I don't think he was going to re-roll something better than an 18.
Yeah.
All right, you can hear them starting to walk back upstairs.
Okay. Well, don't know where the warden is. Got no idea here. The warden would be out kicking ass.
It was very well established that he doesn't have powers.
Yeah, but he's like the warden of a prison with the powers. I thought he'd be a badass.
I mean, by UN standards, he technically is. He's had a very long service to the United Nations.
He also is
military.
in the med bay because he had the flu.
Mm-hmm.
Liquid.
So we thinking that he's just hiding somewhere in here?
They can't tell you. They're not there.
I think that he's hiding somewhere in here.
No, he actually ran all the way back.
Yeah,
That's
you
your
guys probably
question.
wouldn't have made it that far.
Thanks.
Shit, I mean, you can, Chep. You can go looking for him if you want.
I head back.
All right. The lot of you have headed north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You have to. There's a large building you would be trying to find your way in. This one is has been relocked from the inside. And from there, I think we'll call it a night.
Okie dokie. When we close out, do you want to raid one each channel?
Yes, we can do that. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Back Sunday for Dundika. To Phil's chagrin. Tuesday, R&D.
I'll survive somehow.
Wednesday, Tyranny of Laura's or Dragons on Next from Stick 77. And back here Thursday. Check out Laura's channel, Next from Stick 77, over the weekend. Probably have some streaming done then.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good evening, everybody.
Good night, internet.
Have a
Good night,
folks.
everybody.